Hello, everybody. Welcome to the weekend update, April 26th. Hopefully, everybody had a great week out there. We've had some beautiful spring weather, so hopefully that keeps up, and we have a great productive weekend as well. So, start us off where the world is Donny Samson. So there's some more pictures there to share, but I had a fantastic time. Meredith accompanied me to Arizona, Scottsdale, from I guess Saturday through Tuesday. We were there for the gathering from Housing Wire. You can see me on stage there in the middle. I was blessed to be able to give a great presentation about Samson Properties. Specifically, I talked about our relationship with Cardinal Title Group and how we push that. Also, a lot about our recruiting and culture and some stuff like that. So it was fantastic. It really went well. I think if you could see some of the pictures, you could see that I'm feeling comfortable throwing up deuces, and I think there was some fist pumps in there. There was some jokes. I don't know. I even took a selfie that I posted on Facebook, so I definitely felt okay up there. But I had a really good time. In all seriousness, we were able to meet a lot of really leaders all over the country, and it's super valuable to have conversations around obviously everything going on in the industry right now. But to be able to connect and get deeper stuff and thoughts from others around. You know, it's not just the stuff they say on stage. Sometimes it's the stuff off. You know, the breakfasts, the happy hours, the dinners I got to sit with. I got to sit with Steve Murray, who's the owner of Real Trends and Housing Wire. I got to sit and have dinner with him. It's pretty cool, right? He's right next to me at the thing. You get to kind of talk real estate, but also talk socially as well. So it was a really good experience, and I was thankful to be able to do that. And hopefully bring back some of that knowledge to you all, and some of those relationships help build what we're doing here at Samson Properties. So if I was late to respond to you over the weekend or Monday or Tuesday, I apologize, but I was out there soaking in the knowledge and the heat. It's like 95, right? 98 in Scottsdale right now, which was nice, I think, but a little toasty. All right, let's hop into the rest of our weekend, our market updates here. For the DC metropolitan area, starting with, we've got 24,000 showings last week, so that was down 7%, so down a little bit from the week before. Remember, we had a real rush a week or two ago, but so our showings are down a little bit. Some of that can come with the interest rate's been a little bit higher than we'd like, but still a good amount out there. 1,500 contracts were written. It was down 6% from a week ago, so about 90 contracts, so not too bad. Our days on market's pretty steady. Our new listings was pretty steady week over week, 1,500 new listings, and our active listings, 5,700. So that's how many are active out in the marketplace. That inventory that you've got there, we talk about inventory. Well, it was up 2% from a week ago, so that's good. And actually up 15% from a year ago at this time. So as we see that we feel that there's this inventory purge, and there is, but last year at this time, that means there was like 5,000 properties on the market. Now it's 5,700. So there's a good bit more at this point than there was a year ago, if that makes you feel any better. For the North Central Virginia region, a little bit smaller, 7,000 showings, up 8% from a week ago, so that's good stuff. Our new listings up 6%, so we had 30 more listings go on this week than last week. Our active listings up 5% from a week ago and 7.5% from a year ago at this time. So we'd like to see a little bit more inventory out there, so all that is good stuff. Our contracts were down 10%, but out of 460, it's only about 46 contracts, not too bad. Our weekly snapshot on Baltimore Metro, fairly flat on showings, up 1.7%. Our new listings, almost the exact same number week over week. Active listings, almost the exact same in the marketplace. So all that's good stuff. Our purchase contracts, 1.8%. Baltimore Metro, for a pretty big subset there, 15,000 showings, almost the exact same numbers week over week. So it's a good steady market, which is good stuff. Western Virginia Panhandle, our smallest sample size here, down 7% in showings. Yeah, nothing too much to move the needle over. Contracts down 6%, which is only like 12 contracts. Our listings down 13%, so a little bit less listings went on this week. And again, that's like 20, 22 listings, so nothing too heinous. And our active listings, almost the exact same inventory as the week before, up 10% from a year ago at this time, so that's good news as well. Topping into our top performers for last week. Got some great names on this list. Continue to crush it through this April market. Lucia Jason, number 1 in volume. Great job out there, Lulu. Number 2, Sara Siddig. I actually think they were doing a deal together, which both their volumes is pretty good high dollar deal. Peggy Oremland, Morgan Samson, cousin Morgan coming in 4th. Great job, Morgan. Maheen Pirzada coming in 5th. Our top 5 in transactions for last week: Lowe, number 1, crushing it from West Virginia. Andrea Levine down in 1 South, down in Richmond. Aizimaiti Aizier. Kenneth Bennett and Peggy Oremland. So great week, a lot of variance to our top 5 in volume of transactions. Our top teams in volume, 1 South Realty Group and Rick Jarvis and Sara Jarvis crushing it down there in Richmond. So great job, 1 South Realty Group, number 1 in volume. Number 2, Shepherd Homes Group. Number 3, the Casey Samson team. Special shout out to Casey on the great episode of Coffee with Casey yesterday. Ideal Homes with Ali D and Team One Integrity, led by Thaddeus Underwood. Top 5 in volume. Top 5 in transactions. 1 South, the double number 1 this week. Shout out Rick and Sara and the whole team down there. Great job. And I saw a bunch of those deals coming to Cardinal Title Group as I looked as well. Shepherd Homes Group, number 2. The Carolyn Young team, number 3, still coming strong. The One Street Company, number 4. And Ideal Homes, number 5. Awesome job to our top teams around the area. All right, let's dive in. Big week coming up next week. Top Producer Takeover. You started to see some of the commercials. We finalized our schedule, our speakers, all this stuff. Now it's time for you to finalize getting your butt there next week. It will be worth it, 100%. So 9 to 6, we're at the Comfort Inn Conference Center. Now look, if you can't make it 9 to 6, that's fine. You still should come for whatever day you can. Look, we're gonna start speakers, we're gonna do breakfast, we're gonna start speakers 9:45-ish, then we're gonna give you lunch, we're gonna have a great afternoon, and then a happy hour at the end. So look, it's not all 9 to 6 where you gotta be there by any stretch of the imagination. So we'll look through that. Look at those are some of the top people in the industry right there in that picture. So just a fantastic group of speakers that we have coming up here. So we're gonna start today 9:45 to 10:15, The Power of Social Media, a blueprint for real estate success with Lindsay Joe. Lindsay Joe is super popular on social media. She's a rock star, lots of followers, creates a lot of business on social media. We're gonna do an interview on how does she make this work? Now maybe you can't be Lindsay Joe tomorrow on social media, but you can adapt a lot of the great tips from her. So really excited to have Lindsay as a part of the day. Second, we have the tremendous Jason Cheperdeck, who's just written a whole new class on how to become a great real estate agent, a path to netting 7 figures, a scalable path for any agent. The book is great, or the class is great. He's fantastic. We've given him a good block of time here to really dive in. Jason is always worth the price of admission. I always learn something. I'm always engaged. Jason is a top flight speaker. So thanks, Jason, for coming by. He's going to speak that second session. Then we're going to do a fantastic panel after that before lunch. Some of the people on this panel, guys, fantastic. Carrie Scholl, she spoke at our last event. She runs the Carrie Scholl team. She runs the number 1 team in all of EXP in the country and one of the top teams in the country. Just a fantastic leader who's led her own companies, led her own teams, and just does a ton of great stuff. Jen Smear in the middle there. She runs a team. It's in the top 50 in the country. She was Compass Royalty. She started Compass in DC with Lindsay Reichman, and Jen's been there for 10 years and has helped recruit a lot of great Compass agents. Does $250 million a year in DC area. Just fantastic. Kara Chafin Donofrio on the top. Really good friends actually with Carrie as well. And Kara does $40-50 million a year for Long and Foster. Just a fantastic agent, great energy. The bottom left there, Marlena McWilliams is fantastic. So there's KW, but she's got her own mascotting company team. Marlena is fantastic. I had a great lunch with her, really got to learn a lot about her. And I saw her speak at a DC Real Producers event with Kristen Bridley. Just thought she had fantastic energy, fantastic opinions, and just was like, she's got to be a part of our event. So 4 fantastic ladies. They're going to have a great discussion about the market, how to succeed through it, how to deal with some of the obstacles going on. So we're excited for that panel right before lunchtime. Then we're going to have a great lunch. Coming out after lunch, Sam Medvine, I got to meet and see at that same DC Real Producers event. I thought he was fantastic. Unlocking investment opportunities. Great speaker, great thinker about how to deal with finding flips, fixing them up, flipping, building relationships. Just a great guy, and I had a great insight and a great little presentation there. So I'm really excited for unlocking investment opportunities, opening up other doors for you to sell, not just conventional real estate, but we've got social media, we've got Jason building a career, we've got Sam looking at investment opportunities. So great job. And then we've got the wonderful Carolyn Young, market changes and keeping a strong mindset for success. Everybody knows how fantastic Carolyn is. She really wanted to talk about mindset. Obviously, we've got a bending market changes here, but how to really focus yourself through this mindset and become better through it and keep that positive attitude, whether it's for yourself or your team or whatever it is out there. So another fantastic class there with Carolyn. And then we end, our last group is another fantastic panel. We got Kimber Menkidi in the bottom there, one of the co-owners of KW Capital Properties, just fantastic speaker. She was at our last event as well, great leader. On the bottom right there, Samer Qureshi, owner and operator of the One Street Company. Samer's got great opinions, a fantastic thinker, been in the real estate industry and a leader for 20 years. And we're blessed to have him a part of Samson Properties. Tonga Turner, top right there, one of our top producers in our company, does a great job. If you saw her sales meeting, you saw that she participated in a few months ago up in Bowie. Just great energy, really smart. I left there thinking, Tonga's top flight. I got to make sure I get a chance for her to speak whenever possible. And then in the middle, Miss Althea Hurst does a great job leading the Lux Alliance team. And I was at a meeting one time with Casey and a bunch of people, and Althea was talking about all the stuff she does. And Casey's famous line was, he shrugged his shoulder, he goes, "Man, I got exhausted just listening to her and all her energy." So Althea's got great energy, great thoughts, and I just think this panel is going to have great opinions, great energy, and it's going to be super fun. So good group to end the day there as well. So you can see that just awesome education throughout the day, great leaders, super successful people, and just it'll be worth it. After that, we got a happy hour so you can connect with some of these great leaders and each other, talk about some of your takeaways and all that kind of fun stuff. So topproducertakeover.com right there. Go there right now as you're watching it. Don't hesitate, because this thing could fill up and we don't want you to get locked out. Brunch, breakfast, lunch, education, inspiration, and end it with a happy hour. Awesome day. Scan the QR code or go to topproducertakeover.com. Hop in. We cannot wait. It's going to be a fantastic event in Bowie at the Comfort Inn. A couple weeks there, we got our next sales meeting Tuesday the 14th. We're used to being Wednesday. Selfish reasons. My half-sister, Sara, she's been working hard. She's graduating law school on Wednesday the 15th, and I really want to be there. So we moved to the sales meeting up to Tuesday, the 14th. Remember, our property management company is open, restructured, and transformed. SPM at samsonproperties.net. Big link on the Cardinal Nest as well, but you can refer your deals to us. We'll take great care of them and give you a $250 referral. A couple other things. We got some great product launches coming, but coming soon, May 6th, we have a launch on First Up. First Up's going to be fantastic. We're going to have a lot more information coming out next week about it, but the people I've talked to about this, like the Match.com for put your new listing right away, put your buyer needs right away, and if anything ever matches. I saw somebody today on our Facebook group, and I'm forgetting exactly who it was, so I apologize, but they were like, "I've got a Chantilly buyer up to 1.5 million, bam, bam, bam. Great, awesome, we put in your buyer need." The problem is this, we just put it out into the universe. Maybe somebody saw that post on Facebook, but if they don't see it in the next couple hours, it's going to fade away, right? But if they had it in our system, as soon as anybody put in a listing that matched that criteria, bam, they'd match them up and they could start talking. Maybe they do an off-market deal, maybe they don't, but at least it's the knowledge to know that exists. So great stuff coming with First Up, and I'm really, really excited. A couple other things about it, and I'm sure we'll talk more, but say you're a buyer's agent and you're getting a hard time getting them signed some kind of buyer agency contract. You're like, "Well, what do you have?" Open up your phone and be like, "Well, I got 3 or 400 coming soon listings right coming here from the #1 real estate company in the area, and I've got access to them, and at least I know they exist. They're not anywhere else on the internet because they're not allowed to be, because I work at Samson. I have the good stuff. I at least know this stuff's coming before it's coming." That's pretty powerful. If I'm a buyer out there, I'd want to sign with you and be a part of that as well. So check your email. I think it was Monday or Tuesday, the Jared James email came out. I already popped in. I watched 2 classes myself. So you can log in there. You all got invited into it. You can see all his virtual training. Jared's fantastic. And as Richard shared in the sales meeting, also very easy on the eyes, good looking guy. So it's fun to watch this video trainings that he has. And Jared's he's a great leader, a great thinker, was a fantastic real estate agent himself, #1 in the country at one point before he really got into coaching and speaking. And I'm here for whatever Jared's got to talk about. So I would highly encourage you to get in there, watch some of his materials, and be ready. When that new email comes out every week, I'd be ready for it. So I'm excited to that partnership with Jared. The other thing Sara talked a lot about in the sales meeting, we talked a little bit about last week, is starting May 1st, which is Wednesday, you will automatically get express protection added to all your listings when you put it into SkySlope. So make sure you got to put that listing in the SkySlope. As it does, it triggers it. Now you're going to have that express protection. We've got a flyer that we're going to have on the Cardinal Nest that you can download. You can co-brand it with yourself, share it with your clients about this great complimentary coverage we have now. It's another thing to help you win listings. It's another thing to protect your sellers. You never know what's going to happen during that listing period. So you've got a great opportunity to protect your sellers for free. If you want to do that air conditioning add-on, it's like $50. But I would probably do it now on the time of year that we're coming up on to, May through August, September, October. Throw that $50 in. Look, it's $50 to add the AC, but I'll throw that in. I'll take care of that for you. You're going to look great to your sellers, especially if something goes wrong with it during that time period, and they're able to come in and fix it for an $85, or whatever the service fee is, as opposed to a $500 or $1,000 or $3,000 issue that it could have been. So I love Express Protection. We're going to put it on your listings automatically for all of you now, because a lot of you believe in seller protection, but there was that step that had to take place. You had to log in, you had to do something. We know when you have to do something that sometimes we just don't do it, right? So the idea is that we're going to have it set up for you. You can plug away and experience that protection. HQ to use. We're flying around. We're taking next week off because we got the big top producer takeover. But Tuesday, May 7th, we'll be here at Chantilly in our headquarters. Come on out. If you haven't seen headquarters before, come on out. This is a great time. HQDs are only getting better. They always evolve because we have new classes all the time, new things to talk about. Our Q&As are different, obviously, with settlement lawsuits and all this other kind of stuff going on. So May 7th, I would love to have this room packed, and you guys have to be an overflow in the back and all the TVs around this office. So Tuesday, put it on your schedule. Fantastic training all day. Wednesday the 22nd, we'll be out in Gainesville, and then Wednesday the 29th, we'll be in Stafford, finish off the month. We'll announce all the June HQDUs here probably in the next week or so. We do have a pretty good plan of where we're going to be. We got to get that out to you. Reminder, you can bring people in. Recruiting rewards, if you bring them to a lunch and learn or introduce them to me. Next Tuesday, the 7th, will be at Tyson's Corner at Ruth Chris. Always a popular one for sure. Bowie, May 16th, Comfort Inn Conference Center, same place we're doing Top Producer Takeover. I may have done that on purpose so that we could say, hey, if you want to learn more about Samson, come back here in 2 weeks, same venue. And then Wednesday, May 22nd, we'll be in Haymarket at the Piedmont Club, so close to that Gainesville HQDU as well. So encourage you to come out. We're actually going to really soup up our lunch and learn schedule here starting in June. We're going to be able to hit more places, more people, more opportunities to connect people to Samson Properties, because I think we're getting more and more popular, and I'd love to give more opportunities for people to come and meet us and learn all about everything we have to offer. So next week, our schedule is a little bit light because we're very focused on Top Producer. Check the calendar for all the upcoming classes, and our orientations are obviously a big deal. So make sure that you check the calendar we've got 2 or 3 orientations going on every day. We've got a couple other great classes going on, but we're a little light next week on classes because we're really focused on Top Producer Takeover on Thursday overall. So go to the Cardinal Nest, click the calendar, you'll be able to see all the stuff coming up. I think I see something out there going on. Sara, do you have anything that you wanted to talk about? Sarah's always trying to be like, let me talk. Now she's going to come in all mad at me. But Sara wanted to drop a couple great things we have coming on next week, right?
We have breaking news.
What is our breaking news?
Breaking news, guys.
You're hiding behind the thing. There you go.
We have 2 product launches next week. So Donny talked about Express Protect.
Yep.
That will launch. They will get an email on that May 1st.
That's Wednesday, May 1st.
That's Wednesday. All listings are going to be covered. So as soon as, like Donny said, you put it in Skype It Feeds, you will get a second email from me on May 1st. We are launching Listing Showcase. You want to tell us a little bit about Listing Showcase?
With Zillow. So
yes.
Now I want to couch this. This does not mean that we are huge fans of Zillow and I'm out there trying to be a salesperson for Zillow. But we have set some focus groups have talked a lot about this, and we finally were able to come to a deal. So Zillow Showcase is going to be exciting for a couple reasons. One, it's a great listing tool. So what it's going to be is when you log on to Zillow, you can enhance your listing. So it pops up on a map that says Showcase, and that's going to get you a lot more traffic. It also has the ability to have the moving videos on your screen, your floor plans, all this kind of great stuff.
Plans, yes.
Yeah, awesome stuff. And your own placard, your own card. So it says your name now. It says Donny Samson, Samson Properties. It shows you as the listing agent on your property, whereas instead it always says contact agent. Well, now you're actually going to be there as the listing agent, so they can contact the actual listing agent.
And with a bio about you. So
yes.
You can put what you want on there, and they can click, and they can see that you like horses and RASCAR and all the things. But whatever.
Did you say RASCAR?
I did. I meant to say NASCAR. But whatever points you want to make on there, those leads come straight back to you, not to the agent that's paying for the leads.
Absolutely. So typically, this Zillow Showcase product is out there costing, it was a $550 a month subscription, and then every deal after that you had to pay $750 or $1250 each. And that was you didn't want to subscribe if you didn't do a lot of listings, or when you had more than one a month, it became really expensive, $750, $1,250 each time.
There were some paying up to $3,500 for the month just for a subscription, so they had access to more than one token.
Right. So the idea is that what we've done is we've negotiated a flat deal, so now you're going to be able to get every Zillow showcase when you want, where you want, for $500 each.
And you don't have to pay any subscription fees.
No subscription fees, nothing. You want to do one this month? Great. You want to do one in 2 or 3 months? Great. But now you can add a listing presentation, show this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to showcase your listings. And they'll have stats on their scene, 85% more often in Zillow. And you want to be the person that when they hover over that map, it says showcase on your listing. So that's where I think is the major advantages as a great listing tool for you to help land that listing, get that listing appointment. There's also the ancillary benefit that you might get some leads off it now because at least your name's on the listing. And more nowadays in this new world, people might be contacting the listing agent if they don't have a lockdown buyer's agent. So I think that there's 2 great avenues for more business and more money. And, I was talking to Casey with it at one point, and we were talking about how, when people go to sell their house, if I'm going to sell my house in a month or 2, what do I do first? I go on Zillow or I go on one of these websites.
What's happening on Zillow?
Exactly. What's happening in the neighborhood right now? Well, if you're looking at the neighborhood right now because you're thinking about selling next month and one of the listings is showcased, you're like, well, what's that all about? You're going to click the showcase listing. It looks different. It looks impressive. They're going to see your face. They're going to see this great pictures and all the great stuff in there. And you're going to be like, oh, maybe I got at least now I didn't know who Donny was or Casey was or whoever it was that's got the Zillow up. Right. Now I got to interview this person. So that would be one of the advantages to me is that I think I would do it on a lot of my nice listings. So we've got that ability now where we'll give you all the process stuff, but we're excited to announce this. And
absolutely. May 1st.
Lock and roll May 1st.
You're going to get the 2 emails, Express Protect, and what do you have to do, which is nothing. I'm just telling you it's active. And then 2, the Zillow listing showcase. I will give you the details and what to do and how to do it as soon as we get that launched live. So watch out for those emails, guys. We're super excited.
That will be a pay upfront product as well. So when you collect that, we will attempt to charge you right away.
And there are certain restrictions with that. They have to use either a certain photography service that you have access to through them, or your photographer that you use can register to be a part of their program and take their training, which is super easy to take. You've got options, but there's a couple of steps that you just have to go through to add that listing appropriately so that it clicks all the buttons on the back end to be showcased. But those details will come out. We're super excited to launch those 2 as well as Jared James a couple weeks ago. We've got more stuff coming for you.
First up on May 6th.
The next week is going to be First Up. We are super busy here launching all these resources, but it's because you're using Cardinal Title that we can do that. And we're super excited to be able to take that and pour it back into your business. So thank you so much from me and my team to you for using Cardinal Title.
There you go.
Back to you.
All right. So exciting new announcements coming up. So look for all those emails on the 1st and then the 6th with First Up. So close up. Awesome stomp. Great week. Continue to bring those contracts to Cardinal. Continue to do great things. Hopefully you guys have a great weekend with the weather out there. It's going to be fantastic. And then we will be hopefully seeing you all at Top Producer Takeover next Thursday. Always like to give some good tidbits about what's going on with me. Big game tonight, Lightbridge versus Stonebridge. We're going to see what we're all about. Our kids are crushing it, but we got Stonebridge tonight. Indy big rivalry game on Tuesday and Riverside next Friday. So next 3 are going to decide how good we are or aren't. And then my lovely daughter, my 8th grader Lily, she is going to be Nala in the play Lion King tomorrow. So that's a big deal in the Samson household tomorrow. I often break into Can You Feel the Love Tonight in my house, in which case all 5 females in my house tell me to stop singing immediately. So we'll have Lily and Nala. We've got some big lacrosse games on Friday and Sunday. So be a full house as always in the full busy. It'll be a great weekend as always in the Samson family. You can tell that I need some sleep maybe this weekend as well. But thank you all for all your hard work at Samson, your support of Cardinal Title Group. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week at Top Producer Takeover. Take care.